Hey guys, happy Friday. Our YouTube today is going to be over Kratom. It is a tropical tree that is native to Southeast Asia, and its leaves actually contain compounds that have a psychotropic, mind altering effect. It is currently illegal in 6 of our 50 states. Those include Alabama, Arkansas, Indiana, Tennessee, Vermont, and Wisconsin. They've all legalized it since May of 2016. Now, it is super easy to order on the internet. However, it is sold in capsules and in bulk powder, which surprisingly enough is labeled not for human consumption. Other forms I found it in was like a liquid extract and chewing gum. It works by containing a chemical that is just like an opioid drug, like codeine or morphine, and can relieve pain. So, a super low dose of it just acts as like a stimulant to make you energetic, or it can help with like a cough, depression, anxiety, smaller conditions. A higher dose is going to be used as a pain reducer and give you a euphoric or really high feeling. Extremely high doses have been used by people that are addicted to opioids to avoid the symptoms of withdrawals whenever they quit those opioids. So, heroin, morphine, other drugs like that, that's what they use it for, the withdrawals, to come down easier. But there's no good scientific evidence to support that these uses are good. Um, it can be extremely unsafe to use kratom. Of course, whenever I looked up the side effects, you have the ones that you're going to see on every medication commercial on TV. Nausea, itching, sweating, dry mouth, constipation, frequent urination, loss of appetite, all that. But there was other ones that were kind of weird. Tongue numbness, aggression, delusions. There's been brain swelling, liver damage, thyroid issues, seizures, hallucinations, and unfortunately, death has been associated with kratom. When I did do research on the deaths, there were multiple reports of deaths in people who have ingested kratom, but most of those also involved the use of other substances. So, a 2019 study from the National Poison Data System found that from 2011 to 2017, there were 11 deaths reported in that study, which involved kratom plus other drugs and medicines such as like alcohol, caffeine, fentanyl, cocaine, diphenhydramine, which we would know as Benadryl, stuff like that. Only 2 deaths were reported following the exposure from kratom alone, with no other reported substances found. However, I did some more research on deaths, and in April of 2018, more than 130 people in 38 states became ill with salmonella after taking kratom. So, salmonella poisoning is fatal, and the US FDA linked more than 35 deaths to the salmonella tainted kratom. And salmonella contamination has no obvious signs. So the best way to avoid it is avoiding the products that are going to contain it. So, like other drugs, kratom also gives you opioid-like effects. It causes dependency, which means the users are going to feel withdrawal symptoms when they stop taking the drug. These can include muscle aches, insomnia, irritability, hostility, aggression, emotional changes, body spasm or muscle jerking. So they can have some pretty bad withdrawal symptoms as well as just like those opioids. I did also look up other precautions and warnings. In pregnant women, they do not recommend using it at all. They've actually had women that were using kratom during pregnancy give birth and their babies are addicted. So they're having to go to NICU and being treated for addiction. Alcoholism. So anybody that has alcohol dependence, it appears that the use of kratom with alcohol has actually increased the risk of suicide compared to those who just use kratom alone and are not dependent on alcohol. And then the last one I don't necessarily agree with. I think it's more of a theory than a study, because a lot of our world and community is either not diagnosed or misdiagnosed on mental disorders. But according to studies, again, I see it as theories, using kratom while having a mental disorder can worsen the mental disorder that you have, but also increase your risk of suicide. increase your risk of suicide, which again, I just believe it is more of a theory than an actual study because of misdiagnoses and not being diagnosed at all. So kratom may seem like a good option to get off an opioid or a drug, but there's not enough research and testing to really say that it's a good option. Considering it's illegal in 6 states and those health departments don't find it as a good alternative, just doesn't seem like a good option. Just please reach out if you need recovery from opioids, anything really, kratom itself. I did find that Florida actually has its own hotline. I'm going to put the phone number and the email address on Facebook as well as the description of this video. And then nationally, they have a number as well, a hotline. And I'm going to do that as well, put it in the description and on the Facebook page. I also ask that please reach out to your admin and your moderators. That's what we're here for. We are here to protect you guys, to walk through things with you guys. We wouldn't do this day in and day out if we didn't care about you guys. So if you need to vent, if you need help, if you need just anything, just for us to listen to you, or if you have family members that are dealing with it and you're stressing out about it and need advice, we are here for you guys. So please reach out. We are all here for you. If one of us doesn't know what you're going through or doesn't have an experience with what you're going through, one of the moderators or admin does. So please reach out. We will get you connected with someone that you can vent to, that you can get advice from, that can give you connections if you need them. That's what we're here for. So we're going to protect our pride. We're going to protect our den. And we love you guys. So I just hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you this coming week. Thanks.